So now I will show you squat hold, which is just a 2-second hold in the bottom. And then I'm going to transition into overhead squat with the dumbbell and overhead squat with the barbell, obviously not assisted. So squat hold is just like another way of adding that resistance, that tension, because you kind of settle in the bottom and then you have to come back up. So you're driving from the depth back up. Every time you want to switch, changing your center of gravity because it's extending where the weight is and how much weight there is. So remember, you want to sit back, keep your core tight. Right now I'm actively keeping my core tight. I guess the weight is like right over my ears, I would call it. The point is you want to keep the weight on your heels. So down, up, down, up, down, up, squeeze, up. Notice that the weight stayed straight overhead. Again, I chose to take a wide stance. I've seen people, especially CrossFit people, do this with a pretty narrow base. My L5 injury and the lack of flexibility, especially the lack of flexibility in my ankles, will not allow me to do so. But the wider stance allows me to maintain form in my back, which is key. So I take the very wide grip because it will mimic my base, which keeps me balanced. So I lift it overhead. Again, I have enough weight. I kind of like clean it, like I know people clean like that. This is pretty light, so I was able to kind of shrug it and do it. Most times you'll clean it, especially if you're going into a set. You might want that speed ahead anyway. I take my nice wide base. I make sure my feet are even. Again, the goal is just to go down. You can see that everything's pretty symmetrical. Down, up, squeeze. I feel it in my quads because I am using more quads. If I had a narrow base, it would use more hamstring and glutes. Either way, you notice my knees do not go over my feet.